This is the true story that inspired one of the most chilling concepts in horror: a person entering your home, not through the door, but right through your own bathroom wall. Before it was a famous horror movie, the concept of a person inside the walls was an obscure, local urban legend told in Chicago's housing projects. During the 1980s, the story was simple, domestic, and utterly horrifying. Someone was gaining access to apartments through the gap behind the bathroom's medicine cabinet or mirror. It was always dismissed as a jump scare ghost story, the perfect fiction to warn kids about unsecured items in a small apartment. Who would actually try to enter a home that way? And how could they even survive in the infrastructure of a massive building? The terrifying answer arrived in 1987. On February 22nd, 1987, a 52-year-old woman named Ruthie Mae McCoy lived alone in the fourth-floor apartment of a Chicago housing project. In the middle of the night, Ruthie placed a frantic 911 call. Her voice was raw with terror. She didn't say she saw a ghost or a monster. She told the dispatcher, "Please, they're coming in through the bathroom." She repeatedly told them that the person was in her wall and was trying to push through the space behind the mirror. She begged them to send help quickly. The dispatcher, familiar with the complex, and assuming it was either a mental distress call or an exaggeration of a maintenance issue, did not take the call seriously. Officers were dispatched, but they only listened outside her locked door, heard no commotion, and left. Ruthie Mae McCoy's call was logged as a false alarm. It wasn't until 2 days later, when a relative couldn't reach her, that the apartment manager was persuaded to open the unit. They found Ruthie Mae McCoy on her floor. She had succumbed to the attack. And when police entered the bathroom, the full, sickening truth of her distress call was revealed. The criminals had not used the front door. They had taken advantage of the poorly secured, interconnected utility shafts and empty spaces within the building's walls. They used a route that ran directly behind the medicine cabinet, which had been removed or pulled away. The wall had been breached. The story that had been told for years as a cautionary tale-fictional scenario of ultimate home invasion was documented as reality. A quiet, unassuming woman's last words, desperately describing a terrifying home invasion, were dismissed as a legend until the truth was found in the empty, hollow space behind her mirror. The case of Ruthie Mae McCoy proved that sometimes the scariest stories whispered in the dark are not monsters at all, but the hidden threats engineered by other people.